The worst crimes aren't committed by professional criminals. They are done by ordinary people, the neighbor you trust blindly. Imagine your very first crime being this brutal. Today, we dive into the chilling story of Kawthar, a 19-year-old bride who only tasted marriage for 5 months, and her neighbor, Rida the barber, whose eyes were blinded by greed. This terrifying true crime took place in broad daylight in Giza, Egypt, and its details are scarier than any horror movie. It all began on August 2nd, 2006. Mahmoud, a wealthy factory owner, returned home to find grocery bags left outside his apartment door. He entered, calling for his young wife, Kawthar, but she was gone. The building guard told him that she had entered the building at 1 p.m. and never walked out. Panic set in. Kawthar would never leave without telling her husband. After a frantic search, Mahmoud went to the police. The investigation hit a dead end until a horrific call came in. Human remains were found floating in the Mariutia Canal, severed hands, legs, and skin. Forensic experts confirmed they belonged to a young woman, and a piece of clothing identified her. It was Kawthar. The missing person case instantly turned into a sickening murder. Since Kawthar never left the building, the killer had to be inside. The police turned their eyes toward the neighbors. One man caught their attention. Rida, the neighborhood barber and the husband of Kawthar's close friend. Rida was drowning in debt, yet suddenly he paid off all his rents. When police questioned him, the terror in his eyes gave him away. They searched his apartment, and what they found was a nightmare. The entire apartment was a crime scene. Blood covered the walls and kitchen, but the ultimate horror was hidden on top of the wardrobe, a severed human leg. Rida broke down and confessed to everything. Rida confessed to a plot driven by pure evil. He wanted the heavy gold jewelry Kawthar wore. On the day of the crime, he lured her into his apartment, claiming his wife had returned and needed her help. As soon as she stepped inside, he locked the door, pulled out a knife, and stabbed her repeatedly as she fought for her life. Even worse, he hid her body under his bed and went to work. That evening, as her family searched for her in tears, he stood with them, acting worried. Once everyone left, he began dismembering her body in the bathtub. He hid her limbs in the fridge and flushed her internal organs down the toilet. The rest was scattered in canals. He sold her gold, paid his debts, and sent blood money to his wife. The court sentenced this monster to death by hanging. Justice was served. If you made it this far, please leave a prayer for Kawthar, like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next Dark File.